Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mini MBA Hub. To begin with, as last week we discussed Porter's 5 forces part of strategic management, today we are smoothly moving forward and we are going to discuss the crucial aspect of strategic management, which is PESTEL analysis. In today's dynamic context of business, PESTEL is one of the crucial aspects to consider. So in this video, PESTEL, what this acrimony is, what does each letter stand for, and why it's crucial for firms to consider. We will discuss PESTEL and will provide an example of Apple PESTEL to elaborate it a bit deeper and more accurate. So stay tuned and let's dive in. What is PESTEL? PESTEL is the acronym P stand for political, E for economical, S for social, T for technological, E for environmental, and L for legal factor. As the PESTEL analysis is a strategic tool that can be used for better decision-making, positioning organizational value and resources for future growth. With that in mind, to illustrate these factors in the context of Apple, it's crucial to understand how the external environment, including PESTEL, affects Apple's position in the market. Political factor. Starting off with the first factor, as said, P stand for political factor. So according to Daniel Pereira, political factor can affect Apple business in several ways subject to the country where the company operates. The political factor sometimes creates opportunities for firms, and some countries threaten the industry. It's just related to governmental policy, political stability, and trade wars. For example, improving trade policies and stable politics in developing countries are opportunities for business, while trade wars pose threats for the company, like the one China and the USA mentioned by Jessica Lombardo, January 2024. Economical factor. Moving forward, the second factor, E stand for economical factor. Apple is well known for its global and local level economic development. In terms of economic growth, exchange rate, unemployment rate, and interest rates are the factors that would have an impact on Apple profitability. Simply put, when people spend less, Apple feels it. When markets rise, Apple rises too. Consumer spending can slow down Apple sales and can benefit its global economical growth, in the host country where Apple operates is a positive sign for the company. Furthermore, as Apple operates in lots of countries, the fluctuation of exchange rate can impact industry profitability, narrated by Daniel Pereira. Next up, the third factor is S stand for social. The social factor of Apple emphasizes the importance of corporate social responsibility and a strategy for sustainable stakeholder management. In today's world, raising the awareness of using mobile is an opportunity for independence over a digital platform. So access to the smartphone can let the company increase its revenue. In the case of Apple, there are some significant macro environment opportunities and threats. Jessica Lombardo said that. Now sliding into one of Apple's strongest areas. The T stand for a very crucial factor, technology. In terms of technology, Apple designs the best tools and continuously focuses on innovations for its customers and businesses. By staying ahead, Apple keeps others chasing behind. By using advanced technology, Apple undermines its competitors in the market's growing demands for cloud computing, and increasing technology integration is an opportunity, while growing technology capability for other industries is threat. Jessica Lombardo said this too. Heading toward the second last factor. We reach to the second last factor, E, which stand for environmental factor. The increasing focus on climate change and carbon emissions requires Apple to adopt sustainable practices, such as using renewable energy sources and reducing its carbon footprint across operations and products. Pollution and other environmental side effects from manufacturing facilities in China are a growing concern. This could lead to increased regulation and higher manufacturing costs at some point in the future. Jim Makos said that. And finally, the last but definitely not the least, L stand for legal factor. Legal factors play a massive part that how a business operates, how a customer behaves toward a business, and how a business generates revenue. If we could consider intellectual law, it means every business, and also Apple, has the right of its trademark, copyright, logo, and no one is allowed to use these intellectual as it belongs to a particular firm. Apple depends on a variety of product generating profits, while every product has its intellectual property of law, such as Apple Music and Apple software. There are other laws comes under the legal factor that Apple consider using it, including customer protection law, data privacy regulation, employment law, export-import regulation, and so on, said by Jim Makos. And that brings us to the end of our PESTEL breakdown for Apple. If this helped you understand the strategic side of business a bit better, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the Mini MBA Hub, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next session.